Alright, so we're going to start building our puppet. So what you need is your glue to be ready. You need it nice and cooled down where you're not going to burn your finger. You need 1 balloon and 1 toilet paper roll. And you need to have a good amount of newspaper strips already cut up, okay? So you got your strips, you got your glue, you got your balloon. We're going to blow up our balloon. Be careful with this. Don't choke on it. You don't want it too big because you want to be able to work with it in case we add ears or a nose. I'm going to make this guy kind of small because this is probably going to be a smaller character. It's not going to be one of the main characters. I think we might make a rat or a mouse out of this one. We'll know later, but for now we're just going to start the puppet. So however big you blow up this balloon, that's how big your puppet's head is going to be, okay? So if you want a big-headed puppet or something that's going to be a big size, you blow up a little more air. This is how big I want my puppet. So that's where I stop with my air. And I finally know how to tie a balloon. Okay. So you got your balloon. This is the fun part, you guys. Make sure it's not too hot. I don't burn myself. Okay, this is pretty good. So you're going to get your strip. You're going to dip it in your glue. You're going to take some of that excess off. You don't want all that on there. You just want enough to wet it. It's kind of messy, but that's the fun part, right? And this stuff doesn't stain your clothes. It'll wash right out. It's only cornstarch, okay? You don't have to worry that you're going to ruin your clothes or anything, okay? I mean, if you want to wear an apron or something, that's always nice if you have one. But if not, it won't stain, so don't worry. So you're going to just wrap your balloon, and you're going to continue to wrap it until your balloon is completely covered, okay? And then we're just going to keep it going. You're going to dip it and take off the excess. And we're just going to put row by row until your balloon I'm just going layer by layer. I'm going to go around that balloon. Do you see how I'm covering it? And it doesn't have to be perfect, and there's not one way to do it. If you want to just put it on like that,
that's why the newspaper helps.
There's not one way to make a puppet. You can do it, but you want to get your edges down. So try to keep the edges down, and you can stick a little glue on your finger and just see how I'm pressing down all the edges. That's it. Just gonna keep wrapping it, and you know, if you wrap it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, that's fine. You know, just until you think it's nice and sturdy and it's been wrapped really good. Okay, and then we're gonna start working on putting this handle here. So you don't want to see any of the balloons. So you see it like that, you want to take one more strip and just cover it until you don't want to see the balloon at all. You want to completely cover it, okay? We want to make it stay. We're going to make it stay with newspaper. Watch. Watch how we're going to do this. Okay, so we're going to wrap it around and around. I got it. And around. And it's going to take more than one. And don't grab it by that handle because it'll fall apart. So you just, no, hold down here. I'm going to wrap it. You hold it. So we're going to go around and around. We got to do that a few times because we got to give it a lot of support for that handle to stay on there, right?
Right.
So just hold the puppet. Put your hands down so I can wrap down here. There you go. And we got a lot of glue here. We can make about 10 more puppets with this much glue. So you guys really don't need that much glue. You could probably, if it's just going to be one puppet, I would say maybe the smaller pot and maybe just less than half the glue that we used. So it just depends how many puppets you're making. And you can always save this glue for tomorrow and say, hey, I can't get anybody to come make puppets with me today, but tomorrow, you know, Billy Joe and Susie over here want to come and have a puppet party, and I'm just going to save this glue for tomorrow, and it'll still be good. That's how we recycle, reuse, and take care of our Mother Earth, right? And so we're just going to make this. We want to put that on there and kind of build. We're going to build our puppet handle right here. But you got to be careful because right now it's very delicate, and if you just grab it the wrong way, it'll just fall apart. So we're going to shape this in a way that it holds that handle. When it dries, it'll hold that handle in place, right? Just like that. See how you just smooth it out? You want to keep all the ends down, nice and smooth. Keep dipping and keep wrapping. You want it nice and hold it, babe. Just like that. We're going to support that handle with newspaper, and it's going to dry, and you'll be able to hold your puppet. It'll have a handle. Hold it still, babe. And you want to kind of come all the way down. You want to come all the way up until about that far. You could even go, you know, further down, but I usually go about that far down the handle with the paper. So we want to make it nice and sturdy. So we're going to wrap it a bunch of times, okay? This part, you're going to want to wrap it at least 10 times, okay? And there's a lot of glue on there. So remember I said, if there's a lot of glue, you don't need to add more. You can just put it on there and it'll stick, okay? So there it is, guys. We're going to set this to dry, and this is the beginning stage of building your puppet. The next time we meet, we're going to decide, well, I'm going to be thinking about it tonight, what I want to make out of this, what character I want to make. But this is the beginning stage of your puppet here. This is going to dry, so if you set it like in a window or somewhere where it can get some good air, this thing will dry in about a day or two. And when we come back, we'll work on the features of your puppet. Say perhaps you want to make a dog or a rabbit or a bird. You would create the ears out of pretty much newspaper too. So I'm going to show you guys how to make features of your puppet the next time we meet, okay? But right now, this is part 1 of Xicano Puppet Theater. And there is the beginning stages of your puppet, okay? You guys have fun and be safe.